See ya.
You know, we got exactly what we thought we would get. I've said I've coached against Gonzo's team at Missouri State, coached against him in Tennessee and here, and his teams never change. They got a physicality to him. He's going to coach them aggressively, and those guys stayed with it. When they got 19, we kind of let our guard down. They never stopped. And, you know, I watched him play against Tennessee, and it was kind of a similar game, 8 or 10 with about, 6, 7 to go. You look at the stat line, we got, I thought first shot defense was tremendous. We couldn't keep them off the boards, especially in the first half. Just got pounded 37-21. But a big stat for our team, it's been all year long, is points off turnovers. And we got 32 of those today, and 13 steals. And Adam just told me during our 4-game winning streak, I think we're averaging 20 points off turnovers and 10 steals. And so with our 1-3-1 and some different defenses, it converts to offense, and that's the only reason really we won today.
Questions?
Bruce played really well today, especially in his shooting. I mean, how does that change your team, I guess, whenever he plays like that?
Like I said, it just makes us more of a worthy SEC team and a team that can help play better in March because of that, because he's got a physical presence. But, you can stretch it and go out and make a three. And what did Bruce, he's 3 for 7 from 3 today. I thought every one of his shots, maybe only one was not a great 3, but he gave us just a good presence. And, and there's a lot of conventional 5s out there, centers, and he's a hard matchup if he can just, shoot 35, 39% from 3.
KJ goes for 14, but it seems like it's almost more the smaller things that he's doing for you guys that are really helping. How's he just becoming more comfortable on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, he does his aggression. He's really, I thought he naturally tried to rebound today. Even when he didn't get it, he was the one guy that was, when we missed a shot, he was going. TD never really went to the offensive boards at all. And I thought KJ, he only had 4, but I thought his activity level, he guarded better. And he's starting to shoot it better, more comfortably, and that's going to even come more and more as his career goes here. The only thing we got to get KJ to quit doing is turn it over. He just live ball turnovers that convert. So besides that, he's making some progress.
Kermit, y'all were down to a 7-point lead at the 4-minute timeout under that, and came out. Brian gets a big shot, then Devontae. Could you talk about that sequence and what you saw there?
Yeah, we came out of 2 timeouts. The one when Blake hit the 3. I think the game was 9. We had kind of a set play and told Brian he's a long roller, skip to the Euro, and then Blake hit it, and then that was a set play for Brian. He made a hard cut, got a good screen, and one dribble pull-up, which kind of in his wheelhouse. So just credit those players. They came out of timeouts and kind of executed, and then Devontae made a big shot. And the biggest thing, we kind of went to our 1-3-1 late just to kind of get time off the clock.
You guys drew several charges tonight. I don't know how the number 4 or 5 maybe. Is that a product of communicating on defense that's starting to come together?
In our losing streak, we weren't doing that. In our winning streak, we have done much better, probably averaging 3 to 4. And it's amazing what correlates with winning, and you're exactly right. We were protecting the rim. We don't really have rim protectors, as far as a guy just go block shots. But that's kind of our rim protection, getting our heels outside the arc and trying to draw knockdowns.
Kermit, you got asked after the state loss about things spiraling, and you kind of dismissed that, citing the way the team practiced. Is that kind of what led you to believe that they would play their way out of it? Because a year ago with the same group, things kind of did spiral when things went bad.
Yeah, wasn't a fair question. I just, like you said, if you come, I answered it that day. I said, if you now ask me this and our team won't practice or respond to me and be receptive to coaching with no physicality, then I'll tell you, yeah, our team's spiraling. But our team played. They were practicing, attention to detail. We just happened during that week before, tied it on a 25-footer and had to lay 2 layups to tie it with a minute something to go to Mississippi State, who's been ranked all year. So it's just a life in the SEC. I didn't foresee 4-game winning streak. I knew our team was going to bounce back and play better.
How much more confident is your team right now than maybe it was during that 3-week stretch where you couldn't close out games? Where obviously you closed one out at Auburn, and tonight when Missouri made a little run, you guys just popped them.
Yeah, and confidence, comes from doing hard things over and over and over again. And I think that you get that, but when you can, again, go back to practice, being able to do hard things over and over in practice, and it lends you to the tough situations that you can play. And I just think that's what happened. When you win on the road, it breeds unbelievable confidence. It does. And we're 4-2 on the road in the SEC. When a team, start taking a team, and then they just know that they can go any environment and play. then that's a good thing. We're not there yet, but we are. You're exactly right. Our team is playing, thinking we're going to win the game late.
I know it's too early because there's a lot of basketball left, but you guys play at South Carolina on Tuesday, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
Y'all are both 8-4. The winner's going to be in fourth. I mean, the tournament's a few weeks away. There's a double bye. How big is that potentially?
It's a big game. Well, it's a big game. I mean, it really is. I mean, I think probably Frank would tell you, I have so much respect for Frank. I think probably Frank and I both know we're not going to win the SEC regular season championship, our teams, but there's so much to play for. Let me tell you one thing, these double byes, getting to the quarterfinals, is a big game. So, yes, no doubt. I mean, it's, you know, whoever wins that game will be kind of a one game up, have the tiebreaker, you know, and so, yes. I mean, there'll still be a lot of basketball left after that, and we got some tough games to go, but I think Frank would tell you the same thing. It'll be a big game, and two teams that are playing well right now.
I know they didn't do much tonight, but Zach Naylor and Luis both played a little bit. Did they, with their performance at Auburn, earn your trust a little bit as far as feeling comfortable giving them some minutes?
I should have played Luis more tonight. That was my fault because he's probably about our most natural rebounder, and I should have done that. And that was my fault. Zach came in and kind of gave up an offensive rebound, and you know, I mean, he played so great the other night. Yeah, it does. I've got more trust in him, but I should have played Luis more tonight.
Kermit, how big was Jordan Geis for them? I mean, he seemed to be the only one that was scoring for them in the second half.
That's my first time to play against him. Boy, he's a good player. He's got such great footwork. I mean, we don't have rim protectors at the rim, as you see. We block a shot every now and then. So he could get inside our defense and kind of pivot. And we were first in the air, and we couldn't really go block a shot. I'm so impressed with his toughness. He cuts hard, he plays hard. Yeah, he's a really good player in our league, no doubt. I mean, he's been doing this kind of stuff when I'm watching tape for the last month on tape.
Anything else?